unless you got two guys that's going off also. If you go
Right.
back and look, Ocho, the only game that Ant and Cat outscored Luka and Kyrie, they won.
It was a game they won. Yeah.
Other than that, they lost. And that's what it came down to. Your big gun didn't fire nearly as much, as often, as the other team's big gun. And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great series because JT and JB, I'm anxious to see
Mm-hmm.
how they play this matchup. Are they going to put Jaylen Brown? Because I think if they put JB on him, he has the size. Does it impact him on the other end? Holiday has the quickness. He doesn't have the size. Derek White doesn't have the size or the strength to deal with it. But it's going to be interesting to see how they match up and then what they try to do with Kyrie. Because Kyrie can dance on anybody.
Well, this is the thing. Kyrie can dance on anybody. Luka can do whatever he wants, regardless to anybody, whether it's somebody with height, whether it's somebody with length, whether it's somebody with quickness. So who do you have winning the series, knowing that both sides of the field have elite players that's able to do whatever they want? Obviously, the Celtics will shoot you out the goddamn gym, but then you also have Luka and Kyrie that can turn it up and shoot you out the gym at will and play inside the perimeter, put the ball on the floor, do whatever they want to do. So who wins the game?
I took the Celtics. So it's kind of hard for me, even though I kind of want the Mavs to win.
Right.
Because since Luka's been in the NBA, you go back and check my track record. I've been a Luka fan, and I've said it before. Once LeBron leaves, Luka is going to be my favorite player to watch. So he reminds me so much of Larry Bird. He can score the ball better than Larry, but obviously because he has the ball in his hand so much more than Larry, obviously he can assist. You know, he has a higher assist total. But Larry Bird was 24, 10, and 6 for a career. So it wasn't like Larry Bird was a slouch. I think people sometimes forget. And he was the last guy to win 3 consecutive MVPs. And he won those in a league in which Magic, Jordan, Barkley, Malone, Kareem, Moses Malone, Olajuwon, all of them were there. And he won 3 consecutive MVPs. So that just gives you an indication of just how great Larry Bird is. And I believe Luka Doncic is the equivalent player. Now, he doesn't have the supporting cast that around him because McHale went to the Hall of Fame, Parrish went to the Hall of Fame, Dennis Johnson's in the Hall of Fame, Nate Archibald's in the Hall of Fame, Bill Walton's in the Hall of Fame. He had Hall of Fame coaches. So Luka doesn't have all the pieces around him that Larry had. But I believe Luka Doncic is every bit of the player Larry Bird is. And that Larry Bird was my favorite player. I watched him. I had his shoes. I had his T-shirts. But Luka Doncic is the real deal. Ocho, before we get started with the newscast, let's take a look